Rock and Roll Reviews. I'm in Glasgow with Bret from Ignite. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Nice.
Good, thank you. Glad to be back in Scotland.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been seven years. 7 years, I think.
Yeah.
We were here last time with Death Before Dishonor and Burn the 8-track.
All right, cool.
Little show at, you guys said it was the which venue was it?
Was it ABC, those two?
No, what was the
Cat House.
Cat House. Yeah, Cat House. Yeah.
Cool. So you're on your tour in the UK at the moment.
Yep.
You're in Newcastle last night?
Yes.
Yeah, how did that go?
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was. We hadn't been there. I think even longer. I think last time we were there was 2006.
Oh, really?
So maybe.
Yeah.
And it was a fun, good turnout. Small venue, packed. People kind of going crazy, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Good response from the tour so far.
Yeah, really cool. The first show we played was this festival, punk rock, kind of a crusty punk rock festival in Blackpool.
Oh, cool.
Which was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a lot of cool bands, the Addicts, the Misfits, Damned, stuff like that. So our day was Less Than Jake. We played with those guys. We did a European tour a long time ago with them, so that was cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
You guys have a new album coming out this year.
We have a new album that's finished, and we're just got my first mix of the first song today, but you can't hear it. It's just starting to be mixed right now.
Cool.
So as soon as it's done mixed, then we'll turn it into the label, and then they'll let us know the release date. But it'll be in the winter.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. So
Nice.
finally.
I know. Well, your last album was 2006.
We wanted to make it a full decade. We thought that was a good, solid number.
Yeah.
Double digits in between releases. No, just I don't know. Just ended up taking a long time.
It was always a plan to make another album, though.
Well, we started working on it. The last record came out in 2006, and we toured a lot in 2007, 2008. We actually started working on the record in Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
We actually started working on the record in 2009.
Yeah.
And then something happened in 2009 where our singer went and started singing for another band for 3 years, which was totally fine. Actually, it was cool how that happened. Fletcher called me and was like, hey, we're thinking of asking Zoli to try out. And he's like, I want to make sure you're cool with that. And although we're really good friends with the Pennywise guys, so we were like, yeah, totally, because Pennywise is one of our favorite bands. It would be terrible if they had to stop. They didn't get a singer, so Zoli did that band for I think a little over 3 years. So then all of a sudden it was 2012, 13, and we started working on the record again. So it took a little while. A couple road detours. Yeah.
In terms of it's obviously been a while since you kind of wrote or recorded an album. Did the process change at all for this new album? Did you do anything differently?
Well, it's weird because technology changes the process for you. Like before, when we started writing records years ago, you had a little tape player at band practice, and that was the only way you could really archive what you did that night at practice. But now everybody's got GarageBand, everybody has Pro Tools, everybody has Logic, and so you can just go home and you can program drums and then send it to the drummer. Then he mutes the drums, puts his own. It's a lot more advanced now, the process. So, which is good and bad, because sometimes you tend to find yourself not getting together as a group in a room and banging it out, and you're at home sending everybody MP3s and you're writing songs that way. So that's definitely, I think that's changed for everybody. And I think there's some good things about it, and I think there's some bad things about it.
Personally, did your influences change a lot since the last record?
It's kind of funny. When we start writing a record, we usually kind of gravitate to 2 or 3 records that have come out recently, and this one was was kind of spread out over a longer amount of time. So yeah, I don't know if we definitely had any records or any albums that came out that really motivated us and inspired us on this record. Yeah, it was a little bit of a different process for us.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think everybody in the band was in a kind of a different place.
Yeah.
Rather than the last time. The last album we wrote was kind of a darker, angrier vibe than anything we had done before.
Okay.
And I think that was representative of what was going on in everybody's lives at that time.
Yeah.
So, and now you flash forward another 8 years, and guys are have kids, and I don't know. It's just we're at a different place.
Yeah. So the theme's different on this album.
Some of the themes are we have some similar Ignite themes, I think, but yeah, there's definitely some new stuff that and the feel of the music was a little bit. I'd say a little bit more of a positive kind of vibe rather than a darker vibe for this record.
Yeah.
This record feels to me a little bit more like a punk record.
Okay, cool.
Than a hardcore record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you worked with Cameron Webb again on this album. He also worked on Our Darkest Days.
Yeah, and he worked on the album before.
Oh, did he?
Actually,
okay.
too. Yeah.
So was this just a no-brainer? They were just gonna.
Yeah, we know he cares, and we know he's almost like the extra band member.
Yeah.
And we can argue with him and fight with him, and nobody gets their feelings hurt.
Okay.
We can yell at each other and stuff. We've been working with each other since 1999.
Yeah.
So it's there's like a camaraderie there.
Yeah.
That and that's hard to get with guys because we've worked with a couple other producers, and when you don't have that camaraderie, when you don't have that trust, it's difficult to really believe that the producer really cares about the project, and that's important.
Yeah.
Because he puts his name on it, and he puts his studio's name on it, and that means a lot,
Yeah.
Even for him too.
Yeah. So you're looking at a kind of end of year release thing, end of this year, you thinking?
Yeah, it'll be either probably December or January.
Okay.
Just depends on the release schedule of the label. I know that labels don't typically like to put albums out in December, so I'm guessing it'll probably be a January release. So they told us a winter release. So
yeah. Excellent. But everything else is done. You're picked a title for the album. Song titles are all done, or still?
Yeah, some of that's up in the air. We're getting the mixes, and we'll probably decide as the mixes come in.
Okay.
Bang out the song titles, make sure we go through all the lyrics and pick up whatever. We've got a couple ideas for album titles, and we got a graphic artist that we're about halfway done with the artwork on. So that's all going to tie together, kind of.
Awesome.
It all just kind of naturally comes together. Most of the times we don't know what our album titles are, and they just kind of naturally happen.
Yeah. Excited though. It's a long time since the last album, so it must be exciting to get this one out.
We kept getting more and more popular the longer we didn't put a record out, so it's going to be strange to have a new one out. No, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool to play new songs because every time we write the set list for the live show, there's just the same songs that you just switch around, and it's the same thing for a long time now. So it's going to be fun to add new material.
Yeah. You planning on adding anything tonight?
We're going to probably play 2 new songs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice one. I wanted to ask you quickly about the Machine Head cover that came out. They did a cover of Bleeding.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Were you friends with the band, or did it just kind of come
Never
out?
met the guys. I mean, that's not true. I met the guys, I think, in 1997 at a festival. Might have even been Dynamo Festival in Holland, and cool guys.
Yeah.
We're hanging out with some label people, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I got an email from somebody at their label asking for they needed some publishing information because Machine Head's going to cover 2 songs from Ignite, and we were like, and it's weird too because it's not like this was last year, and the record wasn't new at all.
Yeah.
So we were very pleasantly surprised, this is cool. And then we heard the versions, we were like, wow, this is cool.
Yeah.
These guys really did a good job. And then we played with them at the Summer Breeze Festival last year. Zoli went out and sang with them. I don't know, the whole experience was really cool, and those guys are really nice guys and really talented.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talented band, and it was cool. They did the songs just awesome justice.
Yeah, cool. I saw the video on YouTube of the Zoli singing with them. It's pretty cool.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's nice when you get feedback from a band when they cover your song or whatever, and it's cool. The other night at the festival, Peter and the Test Tube Babies were there.
Oh yeah.
And we covered a Peter and the Test Tube Babies song 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'd never met the guys.
Oh.
And I went up, hey, nice to meet you. I play in this band Ignite. He's like, I know Ignite. You did that shite version of our song. And I thought he was joking, and he was serious. And I said, this is perfect, actually, because it's cool. He was he hated it. And I thought it was funny that he told us, I don't know. Yeah. It was funny. But anyway, so yeah, the Machine Head thing was great.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe need to use your memory for this one. Do you remember the first album that you bought, and did it have any influence on you becoming a musician? Well,
the first 7-inch I bought was Motley Crue, Looks That Kill, at a flea market, and that was cool. My brother bought the Quiet Riot, Metal Health 7-inch. I bought the Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Then the first 12-inch I bought was Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls.
All right.
So other ends of the spectrum. And then, so the first album I bought, I want to say, I don't know. It might have been a New Order or a Joy Division record.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was really where, like, what I got into in high school. It was like that dark, like, Joy Division, Peter Hook bass sound, and that's kind of what I kind of shaped my playing off of, was like his high chords and high notes.
Yeah.
And then when I started playing with the guys, when we started Ignite, our guitar player Joe was like strumming chords, and I was playing these like kind of Peter Hook high bass lines over it. So kind of started off. That's how we kind of like got our sound started. Yeah. So it was kind of from that.
Cool. You still listen to that kind of stuff? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Quite that, yeah.
I listen to everything. Yeah. All across the board, from acoustical, like singer-songwriter stuff, to like Beatles, Stones, to like hip-hop, to everything, Yeah,
there's a lot of, we find with the website, there's a lot of bands coming out now that are using a lot of those bands as influences.
Yeah.
This year and last year especially, a lot of bands with Joy Division as a kind of main influence.
It's funny, I wanted to be in a band that kind of sounded like Joy Division. That was what my first high school band was, and it didn't seem like anybody's interested in hearing anything like that when I was doing it. And then like later, like Interpol and all these bands come out and they're massive. I was like, damn, I could have been in a band like that. People do want to hear that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Our website covers everything kind of punk, rock and metal, but we also cover movies as well.
Yeah.
Personally, you a big movie fan?
Yeah.
You get a chance to watch a lot of movies?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Seen anything recently that you've liked?
I did. Me and my dad went and saw Mission Impossible.
Oh, right, cool. I haven't seen that yet.
Right before I left for tour.
Right. Did you enjoy that one? Yeah.
It was fun. I think sometimes they get a little bit over the top on the, like, he jumped off a building, 20 stories, but he just landed on a car, and then But so it wasn't too fantastic. Yeah. But it's interesting that Tom Cruise does his own stunts.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's unbelievable watching some of these scenes, and when he's on a motorcycle in the scene or on the side of this airplane, and it's him. Because they got a camera and you can see it's him. Yeah. So that's pretty impressive.
From the reviews that I've read and the one we had on our website, a lot of the reviews were saying it was probably one of the best ones from that kind of franchise.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they're never going to get as good of a villain as Philip Seymour Hoffman, because he was awesome in that. I think that was 3, maybe.
Yeah, I think.
And but the guy that is the villain in this one, which is interesting, he played Ian Curtis in 24-Hour Party People.
All right, okay.
So when I saw him, I was like, hey, there's Ian Curtis. Yeah. He's the bad guy now.
Nice.
Yeah.
And do you have a particular style of film or genre of film that you like? Or
I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately.
Yeah.
So there's some really cool music documentaries out there, like the Muscle Shoals documentary, which was really good, and 20 Feet from Stardom.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just saw this Wrecking Crew one about these backup musicians in LA in the 60s.
Yeah.
There's some really cool documentaries, music documentaries.
Yeah. Cool.
So, but yeah, I'm all over the board. Yeah. The action movies have been a little bit too much for me lately, where the whole world's blowing up every time, and it gets a little bit. Yeah,
it's the same with the superhero films. Seems to be just
basically. Yeah.
Just constant with it.
Yeah. So you get a little. I don't know. You get a little tired of those a little bit. Yeah.
So you're on this tour just now. Mm-hmm. What's the plans once this tour comes to an end? Do you have anything else planned the rest of this year, or are you just kind of building up to the album release?
Well, like I was telling you guys, I'm coming back to Scotland. I'm going golfing at St. Andrews for the first time.
Awesome.
And we'll see how that works out. I guess I got to get in line at about 10 or 11 at night, because I'm a single, just walk-on golfer. Yeah. So I called and I said, how does it work for a single golfer? And they said, well, you just get in the queue at like 10 at night. And I was like, 10 at night for what? She's like, for the next day when the starter gets there at 6 a.m. And I said, did they like get in tents and camp out? She's like, no, you just stand in line. I'm like, for 8 hours? I go, and then when do you get out? And they're like, wherever they put you out. So I go, so I might not get out till 1 p.m.? She's like, yeah, that's how it works.
Oh my God,
so it's going to be a long night.
Yeah.
So anyway, but music-wise after this, we go to South America in October, which will be cool. We're going to hit a few countries that we've never done before, like Peru and Colombia. So if we don't get kidnapped in Colombia, then that'll be fun. And then the rest of the year is probably going to be working on music videos and promotion and getting the whole like rollout of the album like done.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one. Brett, thank you very much for this interview. I can't wait to see the band later.
Nice.
And good luck with the rest of the tour.
Awesome.
Nice one, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
The hypocrites roaming gangs. The truth is lost 'cause there's war's first casualty. Speak the truth, got something to say. Lead the boys off to wars just to throw them away. They bleed around, kill all you 238. These troubled times bring